be talking about brownies. Now, if you're like me, you probably love brownies, but you hate all of the calories and the crap that comes with them. Well, today I have a solution. I will be making my own organic brownies today. Alright, so to make more organic brownies, we have to start with the ingredients. So what I have here, move that out of the way, first ingredient you're going to want to have is about a cup of dirt. Now in this case, it's a mixture of clay and topsoil that I got from my backyard. There's also, if you want to zoom in a little bit here, there's also a little bit of some pieces of grass and fibers and twigs, things like that. Add a little bit of extra texture. The next thing we have are some leaves. I also got these from my backyard. That's the great thing about these brownies, that you can get pretty much all of the ingredients just from your backyard, around your house, places like that. These leaves are great for storage because they're dry. And we're actually going to be grinding these up in a bit, and they're great to add a little bit more texture as well. Next we have a walnut. You only want one walnut in there because too much organic is wrong. We only want to have just enough. I also have some fish oil. All about organic. Fish oil, totally organic. I have exactly 5 chocolate chips. No more, less if you want, but no more than 5 chocolate chips. And finally, over here, I have some herbs and some baking powder, baking soda, things like that that will help give it some extra organic taste. Okay, so what we're going to do here is the first thing you need is a big bowl. And the first step, super simple, take your cup of dirt and dump it in that mixing bowl, okay? Next thing, you're going to want to grind up some leaves. So I have this bowl of leaves, and I think I mentioned earlier that we're going to be grinding these up. So you could use a mortar and pestle, but if you don't have one of those, you can do what I'm doing here. You just need a regular serving spatula. That's all you need. We're going to use this back end. I'm just going to come in here, grind these up. Whoops, that one fell out. Grind them up. If you want, you can reach in here with your hands, kind of grind those up. Make sure if these stems fall out or anything like that, you put them back in. You want to have every single part of the leaf. I'm just going to reach in here and crush these with my hands, get in here a little bit more like that. You want it to look maybe even a little finer than that if you want, but I think that's fine. Should be great for our purposes. So obviously, once we've got these leaves all ground up and nice and thin and crushed the way we want them, you're going to put those in the bowl with the dirt. Okay? The next thing we want to take care of is we need to slice up this walnut. So I have here a cutting board, a knife, and I'll be moving the walnut to the cutting board. Now you want to make sure when you're slicing this walnut you have the biggest knife possible, because as we all know, walnuts are pretty tough. You're just going to come in here, slice some little chunks off like that. Nothing huge, just 3 or 4 little slices. Should be all we need, just like that. And turn that the other way, maybe cut those in half so they're a little finer. And then we're going to take this, and we're going to put it in here with the rest of our ingredients. Just like that. Alright, so we're going to move these out of the way, and the next thing we're going to put in is my fish oil. So I have here right around a 1/4 cup. It's really all you need, not a whole lot, just a little bit to get that organic taste. We're just going to put that straight in there with our other ingredients, and we'll call that good. And the next thing we have to do is, I mentioned all of these herbs, these spices, things like that. We want to get all of these in here as our next step. Now, I'm just going to go in order here. We're going to mix all these things in. So the first thing we need is a little bit of baking soda. It'll help the brownies rise a little bit. Should be all good. Just a touch. That's all you really want. You don't really even need to measure these things, just to make sure that we get a little bit of all of it in there. Next thing, a little bit of ground cinnamon. Just a dash in there. Should be all we need. Next thing, chili powder. And just a touch of that. Should be awesome. Parsley, that's what it says, not paprika, excuse me. Parsley. Just need a couple little tiny leaves in there, and they'll sort of help complement those other leaves that you put in earlier. It's just a little extra flavor to balance that out. Lemon pepper. If I can get it open here, sorry about that. Dash of lemon pepper. And finally, we're going to put in some onion powder, finely ground. All organic, good stuff. Alright, now if you want to come over here and see what this looks like. See that? Not a whole lot of any of the ingredients, just enough. And you don't really even need to get a mixing bowl or anything. Sort of shake that around. Get that all mixed in nicely so it's a nice even distribution. And we're going to take this and we're going to go add it to our mixture. Alright, A little more organic flavor right in there. Now as our final ingredient, we're going to put in these 5 chocolate chips. Like I said, if you don't want to do all 5 chocolate chips, you want to remain a little more organic, that is totally fine. The chocolate chips are really the only non-organic part of this whole thing, and so if you want to leave those out, I totally understand, but they're just going to add a little bit of that edgy chocolatey flavor, so I'll just go ahead and put all 5 in, because I like mine a little bit better that way. And that is the last ingredient. So the next step we need to do, I just have a whisk here. I'm going to mix all of this up. Delicious. Come and get a close-up of this. I just want you to see what this looks like. I wish you could smell this. This smells so great right now. All these flavors. I mean, these are by far the best brownies you will ever eat in your life. I guarantee it. Alright, so you want to mix it. It's a fairly dry mix. You don't want a whole lot of extra oil or butter or anything like that, because obviously that's just gross. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this into this pan. Now, most conventional cooks will probably tell you need to spray the pan with, I don't know, Baker's Joy or vegetable oil, some kind of non-stick cooking spray. But the thing is, this stuff is crap. I mean, it's grease and it's all these gross byproducts. You don't want to put that in your organic food. So my recommendation, don't spray the pan. You don't need to spray the pan. Just dump this straight in the pan, and it should be all good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the serving spatula, smooth this all out, and this will rise a ton, so don't you worry about that. It is all smoothed out. Oh, it just smells so good. Paula Deen would be jealous. And the thing is, this is better than Paula Deen because this is healthy. Alright, so you got that all smoothed out now. The next step is we're going to put it in the oven. Alright, so I have my oven over here. It's heated to 350 degrees. I'm just going to pop these in for 25 minutes and they will be delicious when they come out. You just trust me on that. Alright, pop that in there. Set the timer. 25 minutes. And the rest is history.